My name is Chauncey and I work on the diversity recruiting team at Goldman Sachs. This is the second video in a three-part series. If you haven't already watched our overview or story of self videos, I encourage you to start with those first. When you're exploring careers, every interaction you have with representatives from a company is important. Not only are you able to assess available opportunities and get to know professionals, but it's also a great chance for you to showcase yourself and your skills. Here are some best practices for approaching networking at in-person events. First, make sure you do some prep work. Take a look at the company's website before going to the event and jot down some questions you have. This way, if you have the opportunity to meet a representative from the company, you'll be prepared to start off a conversation rather than waiting for them to drive the content. Try not to ask broad general questions like, "Can you tell me what your company does?" That's not the best use of anyone's time. What do you genuinely want to know? How about, what did you major in, and how do you use those skills in your current job? Or, what's your favorite part of your company's culture? Specific questions are not only easier for a professional to answer, but also just lead to more interesting conversations. Do you know anyone who interned at the company, or maybe someone who just started working there? Let them know you're attending and ask them if they have any tips before you go. Second, make sure you're ready to talk about yourself. Use what we discussed in the Story of Self video so that when you introduce yourself to a professional, you can quickly share who you are, a little bit about your background, and something that sets you apart. You'll want to be mindful here of the type of event. If you're at a general networking reception where the ratio of students to professionals is high, don't spend 7 minutes talking about yourself while 10 other students are standing around waiting to do the exact same thing. Now, of course, if you're having a one-on-one conversation, like a coffee chat, this would be a great place to share more details about your background. But either way, if you're going to ask a question or have a short conversation, try and make it memorable so that when you follow up, that person will remember who you are. But again, be conscious of your airtime. There's no need to share everything about yourself in the first minute. Give the key points that will spark interest in you, and then provide additional details as the conversation progresses. Third, networking isn't a sprint or a contest to see who can ask the toughest question or make the splashiest impression. Use these events to learn more about the company, to gather information, to share a bit about yourself. And it doesn't end there. Make sure you're following up appropriately. You don't have to email everyone you met. Just pick a couple of folks who you had a genuine connection with, either because you had a great conversation, because something about their background aligns with yours, or because they're doing something you just find fascinating. This will make it easier to craft a personalized email that ensures they remember your conversation. On that note, we encourage you to watch our video on follow-up communication to hear best practices on following up with professionals. Good luck.